if you're going to take people's physical protection off them, i.e. guns, America's pushed back against this hugely, but they still have school shooters, which is like, come on, man. And then you devalue the dollar, which you yourself, as the government, has told the people that's the most valuable thing you can have, is to have wealth and abundance. But then you devalue it so there's less abundant people. Then their financial protection is the only thing that was protecting them is now devalued, and they have less abundance and less protection. What is the next constitution to break down?
The transgender thing I seen that come up the other day. Someone was saying, well, we don't want this with our kids, and then the Premier of, I think, Victoria, maybe, she was like, well, this is divisive and hatred-driven rhetoric. We don't want that in our society. So let me point out that 15% of transgender children commit suicide.
Welcome to the ROADSHOW Podcast.
Jesus Christ.
I love these, man. How much do they cost?
Like $300.
That's it?
Yeah, they started mass producing them because of the podcast market.
Yeah, sick. Because they're, well, fuck.
You can use them on your Roadcaster.
Yeah.
Because it's all just XLR.
Yeah.
Do it.
Fuck, I'll get them.
Yeah, get them.
Because when I've been looking them up, they're like $800-900.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Go on eBay.
eBay.
Because these ones are not the original Shure microphones. These are the secondary one to the Shure microphone. They look exactly the same.
Yeah.
They have the same components. Everything's exactly the same.
So what's different?
The core inside isn't as thick.
Okay.
Which means it's not used for music. It's used for talking.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you could...
When you're belting out a tone. It's like, it's like really in your face, and you need a thicker core that can sustain that.
100%.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, they look better as well, but
they're nice.
They're just, I don't know. Every time I listen to a podcast, they sound better. So,
well, the trick with it is apparently there's this. Oh, can you look it up? It's some sort of device that picks up tone. I think Behringer does one. It's a tone amplifier of podcast microphones.
Yeah.
And it quietens down. It has a built-in noise gate to it.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so you don't hear any of the hum or anything like that, but then you get like the amazing tone of the
What about echo in a room? Because we get a bit of echo in our room.
Yeah, so that's why I put the panels up
to
catch a bit of the echo, because you have the same type of panels on the roof, right?
Yeah.
And they just bounce noise.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I put those up just to capture some of that.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But in the way of the echo, the noise gate should like chop some of that out too.
Yeah, sick.
Do you guys use a parametric EQ to cut out the low end?
No. Actually, do you know what? Random. Are we recording? All good?
We're on.
Yeah. So name drop, but I was doing an episode with Hayley Mary from the Jezebels.
Okay, yeah.
And so a week before, she's like, I was listening to the one you did with Senator Malcolm Roberts and someone else before. And she's like, the sound was going up and down. But my husband, he's a sound engineer. He knows exactly what to do. So if you want, I'll get him on the line and we'll do a bit of a like Q&A, and you can figure out how to equalize, do this equalization stuff. And I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm a comedian who just had a camera and a microphone.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
So he jumps on, and it's Johnny Talk from DMAs, and I'm a huge fan of DMAs. So I'm like, oh, fuck, that's Johnny Talk for trying to...
I wasn't expecting
this is the thing, man. Like, I get to talk to some pretty cool people, and for whatever reason, that's the first time I ever went, ooh.
Really?
Yeah, and because I'm a big fan of DMAs, big fan of Oasis. They're very similar. And and then so he's the one who taught me how to EQ our podcast.
What are you using to EQ?
Just I can't even remember what I did now, but I've set it up so it's a template now.
It's a saved template.
I just drop the video into what do I use? Adobe Premiere Pro. Yeah. And then I upload it as a video, and it EQs the sound for me. But he taught me through it there, and then I'm like, I don't need to do it ever again. So, I think it was a sound gate maybe, or something like that, or something they do on there.
Noise gate or
maybe
something.
Noise gate. Fuck knows, but
What I do, I know this is probably going to blow over your head a little bit, but it's called a parametric EQ, and it shows you the wavelength as it's happening.
Yeah.
And then you can see where the spikes are, and like there's a muddiness around 400 hertz that you can drop out as well.
So there was, I remember him talking me through it. It's like the low gate or something.
Yeah, low pass filter.
The low pass. So basically, it brings them both to it limits it to a certain point, but it doesn't let it drop below a certain amount. So it brings everything more evenly.
Interesting.
Which that's always better.
There is you would call it a plug-in, but it's more like an app that you run on like your digital audio workspace.
Yeah,
and it's called Vocal Writer, and you choose the decibel that you want the loudest part, like loudest part, and the lowest part.
Yes,
and there's and it just keeps it in that range.
Yeah, that's exactly whatever it is. That's what I've got on my.
Perfect.
So it just does
sick.
it. That's the fucking thing. I just go right. There's the clip and bang.
Yeah. I notice a lot of people that use Roadcasters, they don't know how to set up the audio, so you normally get this really bad tinny sound.
Yeah.
And where they've just blasted the gain to try and capture.
So I do the opposite, but it's hard with guests. So with me and Delby, we know get close to the mic or whatever. But I'd bring them all the way down, so there's no background echo. Right. So you're only hearing here, but then it's quiet. So then I try and bring it back up with gain or something. So and anyway, I've just found, fuck it, just let the plugins do the rest.
It's probably a good move.
Yeah.
I like to keep it quiet and then bring it up through production.
Yeah.
How do you guys run it? Because you're running it off a switcher. We've got one now too.
A10 Mini Pro I use.
A10 Mini Pro. And you're exporting that and then doing a kind of an edit over the top?
No edit. Only thing I ever do is, I don't know if you do the same, I can't remember, but do you do the intro at the end?
I don't do an intro anymore.
Yeah. So you just get straight into it? So we do an intro, but that's just thanks sponsors, and probably I could do that through... Anyway, but regardless, so we do an overview of the episode. So I just grab that, put it at the front. Yeah. Music starts.
Sick.
Export.
I do
template. So.
I do we have a great conversation, and then I get hooks from the conversation, and then make a
cool
thing at the beginning.
Yeah, people keep recommending us to do that. Maybe we should. I don't know.
I've only just started doing it like the last two, and for me, YouTube is dog shit. Like for some reason, podcasts are so saturated on YouTube.
We're just struggling a bit on there. We've started going okay through shorts. They help a little bit.
Apparently, that's the way to go.
But you want to hack into going a bit viral, get Boris Walter on his local past life regression. For whatever reason, people love that shit.
Past life regression? Yeah. Is that like talking to people?
He puts you under hypnosis.
Oh, on podcast?
He's done it. He didn't do it on the podcast. He's been on ours 3 times and explaining what past life regression was.
The bald guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I love those episodes.
Yeah, man. Everyone loves those episodes. I love them. They're fucking awesome. Everyone loves a bit of conspiracy and like woo-woo and the spirit world, and when they hear the stories that all align and you're like, oh, that can't be a coincidence. Yeah, it's banger. But he did it for me. He put me under hypnosis.
Whoa, on the podcast?
No, prior. Okay. So then we could sort of break it down what I spoke about, and it was fucking awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty hectic.
Is he the craziest guy that you've the craziest theory that you've talked to about?
Yeah.
Past life regression.
I guess maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Because you've had some awesome topics.
He stumbled into it as well. The way...
How do you stumble into something?
Yes, he's a psychotherapist and a hypnotherapist. So he puts you under hypnosis, and then you regress your childhood traumas, go back to it, work through it, understand it. And his way, he just stumbled into it by... he was doing a childhood regression. He said, go back to the time in which you need to work on and heal and whatnot. So he's going back and starts talking about this life, and it's not representing the person that he's seeing in front of him. And he's like, oh, okay, that's a bit strange, blah, 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 blah. Goes on all this stuff and then says, where is it? He's like, well, I'm dying now. So he's like, oh, well, he's projected himself into the future. His brain's doing whatever he has to do to work through this trauma. I'll go with it. And then he said it's 1981, and he's like, what's happening? Like, what? This is in the past, and you've got a different name. It's a different year. It's and he just went with it, went deeper and deeper and deeper, and found some very interesting things. Then he ended up speaking a different language.
I heard that. I saw the clip of that where it's like talking in like it's almost like a gibberish.
I think it ended up being like an ancient Mesopotamian. So we've run it through ChatGPT.
You did?
It took me 2 years to even think of doing this. And so I asked ChatGPT.
Was it Was it like correct grammatically?
So, we had this audio recording of it.
Yeah.
Of this, basically a guy like yourself who it wouldn't look like this sort of spiritual woo-woo sort of guy. And
I do a lot of shit.
yeah. But like, you know, just your standard tradie,
right.
covered in tats, how you going, sort of Aussie.
Oh, God.
And he's under hypnosis and then slips into this sort of gibberish almost. And what goes along with that is pretty interesting as well, the conversation. But anyway, regardless of that, there's this audio and he doesn't know what it was. And all he knew was that he had shown it to someone who was a professor in ancient linguistics, and he wouldn't put his name to it because of the fact that because it was too spiritual, it's not really his forte. But if he listens to it without having any sort of professional opinion, he said it was like, I would say it's ancient Mesopotamian or Egyptian. And so I chucked it into ChatGPT, and it came through as potentially ancient Egyptian, Sumerian, and I was like, fuck, it's actually adding up to what it is.
Whoa.
And it broke it down phonetically, and it was I can't remember if I've still got it. I'll quickly check. It broke it down, and it was pretty crazy what it ended up saying. I've definitely got it down here somewhere. And it broke it down as into what he had said. Where have we got it here? Surely.
I to be honest, man, I do think that there's like, you know how we have DNA that's passed on?
Yeah.
You know how like people have like arachnophobia, like fear of spiders?
Yes.
But there's like they've never had an interaction with a spider before or anything like that. There is like some lineage information now that is passed on, like fears of people like in your past dying and stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if it comes from like the same line of RNA. Well, it's not. It's DNA, right? RNA is learned behaviors.
Yes. I think.
How deep are you going on your phone?
I'm just going back into ChatGPT.
Okay. It's just a massive rabbit hole.
It was something to do with, I can't seem to find it, but it was call forth his greatness, not of the mind, but of the great eternal source. That's what it was. I just didn't even need to read it.
Whoa.
But the way that the ChatGPT,
God.
I guess so. Yeah. Right. So what was it? Call forth his greatness, not of the mind, but of his heart, of the great eternal source. So, and in the way it was being said, they said the way and tone and cadence in which it was being said suggest chant-like rhythms. So it was saying it as a chant under hypnosis. So call forth his greatness.
Fucking goosebumps. What
Hectic.
the fuck?
So we did that 2 years later, and it comes up with that, and we're like, whoa.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Did you take that long because it like ChatGPT wasn't there at the time?
It just never occurred to me. And then someone just commented on there, why don't you run it through AI? And I was like, that's a good thing. And AI is interesting. It was like you can't upload a video. You had to make it into an audio and then upload the audio through a file, and then they could listen to it. And then it slowed it down because it couldn't quite get it, broke it down into phonetics. And yeah, it was pretty interesting.
What the fuck? That is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I wonder like if, you know, history dictates like the previous or past lives that we have had. Or is it just like the energy coming through a person from that time?
Yeah. I guess, and that's probably a question for Boris, but it's, I guess, along the theory of quantum entanglement and how two things are affected in two separate areas instantaneously, not reaction to something happening. I guess like a radio wave, there's the reason. Here's the signal sender. It goes to there within maybe a slight delay, within a fraction of a second, but you receive the signal. Whereas quantum entanglement is
the same time
simultaneously. So, and that can be two sides of the universe, and it'll happen. So that's interesting, and I'm assuming there's some sort of connection there, but that's probably a very broad, vague way of describing it. But
one of the craziest theories I've heard recently is the pyramids of Giza being quantum computers. The 2-kilometer structure below actually would house, like there's a box at the bottom of these massive coils that go below. And if there is something like that, that probably to me that seems that it's happened before.
Yeah,
like it's happened again.
Well, we had Tyler Tolman on. Do you know who Tyler Tolman is?
No.
He's actually more a specialist in fasting and health, and his dad's a famous faster, I guess.
Intermittent faster.
Yeah, he's big. He's the one who popularized fasting. He's a US bloke, popularized fasting 50 years ago sort of thing. Wow. But his son, Tyler, has taken up the mantle, but he's also delved into other things, and he's become a student of the Jedi. Strangely enough, the Jedi is the Star Wars name, but it's also the Jedi is an old ancient Egyptian term given to people who had reached a certain level of understanding, I guess.
Is it enlightenment understanding?
Yeah, knowledge passed down. So
they have the Force.
Yeah, well, they would. This is the thing. Apparently, George Lucas was a part of the Jedi Order and had that same knowledge, so he just put it into his movies. Apparently, that's a rumor. But
doesn't he also fuck kids?
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
And then so Tyler, he also has become part of this society and learned his knowledge, and he passes it on, and he does tours, and he doesn't only do his fasting talks, he does talks on the ancient Jedi. And going on what you were talking about before, the quantum computer, the Jed pillar, which is the ancient symbol of what they the Jedi use as they put it on their staffs for the people who have reached that level. It is exactly the same as a quantum computer. So the look when you see, have you ever seen a picture of a quantum
that
hangs?
Yeah,
it's exactly the same. So he's of the opinion that because this ancient knowledge has been destroyed and been hidden, so it's passed down orally. So there's obviously room for movement, but the knowledge he's been given is that they had quantum computers in a different sense, and they just had access to it through the mind, which is fucking incredible.
Fucking hell. It's amazing. There was a archaeologist who believes that the pyramids were built with sound.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? Can you find that out? Sound development of the pyramids?
It's not like Carlin, is it? Or?
No. It's somebody. It's not. I want to say it's Robert Schoch.
Is it Robert Schoch and Graham Hancock?
Yeah, Hancock.
Could be. That would make sense. But also, we're trying to understand like technology mechanically, as opposed to advanced technology doesn't necessarily mean we had all these motorized vehicles and contraptions being able to lift and put these things together. Advanced technology could be an advanced understanding of the universe, and if sound and harnessing sound in a certain way to be able to levitate huge stones of granite that we have no way of comprehending how they've moved it, that doesn't seem outside the bounds of reality for me, that potentially hundreds of thousands of years ago we had this unknown knowledge that is just gone now. Because realistically, if we had that sort of technology, it'd be gone by now anyway.
Yes.
Like even now, I think, what was I reading the other day? Like New York City, for example, give it, I think, 10,000 years and there's it's gone.
Yeah.
It's like there's no...
All the steel splintered.
So if there's something 150,000 years ago, like that's gone.
Yeah.
I don't see it as unrealistic.
I think also if you're deprived of resources, like you know how we drill for oil and then we refine that oil into gasoline and diesel.
And then we don't tax it here.
Yeah. We don't tax it. We just give it away.
Give it away.
Fuck them all. But if you don't have that resource, you're going to find another way. That's what... Like, there's depictions now of Homo sapiens that have lived 360,000 years in the past.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I thought it was 5.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was 14.
Yeah.
And then it was 30. And now it's over 300,000 years. Those people back then, there was a structure found. It's a wooden structure. And it was, I think it's 400,000 years old.
Fuck.
Yeah. And it's North Africa. And it was in this like ditch. Yeah, and what was it called? It's like this.
Kalambo.
It's like a hut. Yeah, Kalambo.
Kalambo structure.
Yeah, it was submerged. And where is it? It's one single log. 476,000 years ago.
Fuck.
Yeah,
predating Homo sapiens.
So the.
So what are they suggesting this is?
This was a hut. that fell into like a river type bed.
Oh, and
that was preserved underwater.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the sediment. Yeah. So
yeah,
to think that we haven't, and there's a hut. So if there's one hut, there's bound to be a lot more fucking huts.
That's early Stone Age.
Yeah.
Arcuelian. What is it? Arcuelian? I need to get one of these at our pod, so we can just do this.
You need a producer.
I need you.
I've got another one if you want one.
Yeah.
We'll send Arath in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
No, so this makes me think though, like there had to have been civilizations prior to Homo sapiens, other bipedal hominids that lived in congruency with how we live now, in cities, in tribes that developed and grew outwardly.
Well, look, you don't even have to go that far back, and you hear the stories of Atlantis and.
Yes. Have you seen that? Have you seen the uncovering of Atlantis?
No.
North Africa, once again.
Here we go.
Yeah, so the uncovering of Atlantis. So they found this massive, it's almost at the top of like a mountain range, but it's more like a hillock. Let's not fucking blow a window over it. Yeah. And they found multiple circles that would resemble.
I did see that.
That's it there on the left-hand side.
I did see that, yeah. I haven't, I've it's come up probably on a TikTok or something. And
yeah, I think I saw this on.
It's like a big spiral.
Ancient Histories
Look at it,
podcast. Yeah, it's a massive spiral, and at that time, it would have been surrounded by water. Yes. Yeah. So how there's desert around it. Did you know most of the desert sand is made up by cuttlefish?
Really?
Yeah.
Cuttlefish.
Isn't that crazy? Cuttlefish and limestone. That's the two things.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, fishbone and limestone.
Cuttlefish. I used to used to use them as like, we used to like scribe little pictures in there. So isn't that weird? Like when I was a kid, that's what I would do for fun. This is such an old person thing to say.
No,
like,
it was good
like
fun.
Now kids, like they're on their phones. If I went to the beach in the morning, and same thing now, if I take my daughter to the beach, you get home like 10 o'clock because fuck being out in the sun after 10 o'clock in summer. And then get inside, Scotty she'll probably chuck the iPad on, or we'll watch a movie, or we might do a bit of painting and arts and crafts. But generally, look after yourself. When I was a kid, it was the same, except we were in the back veranda in the shade playing with cuttlefish and fucking scribing them up. and then I remember we'd go and we'd like me and my mates on the street, we'd make a little shop on the side of the road. And so in the afternoon, we'd sell people would give us $1 for our little, of course, and like get honky nuts and put little eyes on them. That's and shit.
Amazing. Give them $1,000,
mate. And I'm trying to do the same thing with my daughter. We're like not that much, but lemonade stands. Like I did a first lemonade stand last year in summer.
Oh, how'd it go?
It's fucking best, man. I think I enjoyed it more.
Of course.
And it was tasty as shit.
Was it?
It wasn't healthy, but it was
I worked on that recipe for 3 years.
Yeah, it was. We used real lemons, and then we used I think a lemon mix as well. But then you put in so much sugar, man.
Did you use the soda stream to like carbonate it, or
no? It was like just
syrup.
Yeah. But man, it was fucking awesome. People even the like I guess the rebellious teenagers up the road always had their party. They were coming down in their cars and buying some lemonade and stuff, and just like it's good, man. I love that. Awesome. It's wholesome.
There's a group of guys, Haps Collective. Have you had them on?
No.
Haps Collective. They're fucking amazing. I love those guys. Yeah. It's 3 dudes. They're based in Joondalup, and they run like a shoe giveaway type thing on TikTok.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And they've got like a couple million subscribers. They're fucking massive. They're massive. And I've had them on a couple times, and one time I couldn't put out the podcast because one of the cameras died, but we've resolved that now. And they go around, and if they see like a kid like selling stuff on the side of the road, they'll buy the whole shop, restock the shop, and give the parents $100.
Oh my god,
well
that's
done.
So good.
Good stuff.
Love that.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome. Like there's so many good guys doing good shit around. How old's your daughter now?
She's 8 in November.
What was it like? Because my son's coming up to his first birthday next week.
Oh yeah.
What was it like the first couple years? Let's go to the screens. Did you try and keep her off screens in the first few years?
We watched a bit of Wiggles and stuff on TV, but never an iPad. No, that was never an option.
When did you introduce
we've moved back from that, and she's on the phone or iPad watching YouTube Kids from time to time.
Yeah.
She's definitely moved away from that and gone back to being a bit more active and getting out and about. mate, like we went through a divorce and also just the busyness of life. Sometimes you just fall to the easiest option. It's like, here's the iPad, I've got to make you dinner and whatever. So but I reckon definitely come out of the end of that. But if it was to do it all again, I'd avoid screens as much as possible.
Can I ask why?
Just the habit it becomes very quickly for you, not for the kid.
I haven't heard this angle before.
Well, just to be like, well, I know I can go do what I got to do and just chuck them on that because it's going to keep them distracted.
Right.
Whereas you probably prefer them build them with blocks or trying to doing some drawing or being a bit creative. YouTube Kids is literally just fucking, it's right in front of them. They don't like it, skip to the next. No, they like this, no, skip to the next, skip to the next. It's like fucking heroin for kids.
Right.
Whereas and I always use this example is, and it sounds like such a spoiled example, but when we grew up, we had TV. It's the same shit, except we have to have at least patience. At least we had to wait. Like there's a TV guide.
Yeah, like 4 channels.
Yeah. Okay. This show that I want to watch is on at 6 o'clock on this channel.
Yeah.
I've got no other choice, but I have to wait till 6 o'clock. And then when the ads come on, I can't skip them. I just have to wait.
Yeah.
Patience. If you don't get the option. And I think things like phones and iPads are just promoting instant gratification even more. It's like, I'm not happy, next, which is not teaching resilience.
Yes.
That's why I would do it. And then it's easier for you as well. Like if it becomes a habit and then you just like, fuck, put your own phone away. Put your own phone away.
Yeah,
Be present. The difference, fucking huge.
I haven't had Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok on my phone for about a month now.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so
How's
I took
that
it
go?
off. It's terrible. It's fucking horrible. Like I'll watch some YouTube shorts when I'm on the toilet. Or whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
But like to contact guests.
Oh yeah.
For the podcast and all that. Instagram just works and TikTok works for that shit,
Yeah.
But now I feel more free. I feel like there's a freedom psychologically where I'm not always kind of like, I used to be a vapor, and when you lose your vape, like it'd be in like the crease of your shirt and you're like, where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
I was like that with my phone.
Yeah.
And when I stopped doing that, it was almost like I was giving up cigarettes or something for a few days. And then I was like, well, I've always got YouTube. And then my mind's like, well, maybe I should get rid of YouTube. But then I kind of like talked myself into, you know what, I'm learning some stuff on there. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not using it as much as I would Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I would sell myself on thinking Instagram's good for me because I'm doing stuff for the podcast. Or, I'm finding ideas, babe. She's like, get off your fucking phone.
Yeah.
You're a father now.
Yeah.
But now that I'm off it, and I'm starting to see why my missus pushed so hard for no screens for my son, because I'm less reluctant to be just like, let's turn something on. I've noticed I'm a lot more addicted to video games though.
Yeah, I don't do video games.
Yeah, I didn't for a long time, but then my missus bought me a PS5 for my birthday, and then I downloaded COD. I've just gotten really good.
Yeah, no, I don't do video games. I just got a bike. 2 bikes, 3 bikes.
Are you for your marathons and triathlons?
No, just to ride
run.
around with, because I usually run. And Scotty will
because you're an
ride
ultra.
the bike. Yeah, and I like to keep.
He's
fit.
an ultra marathon runner as well. Just to let you know, it's wild.
And so I just like, it would be nice to just go for a bike ride. And Scotty loves it, so I just want to get out more, just be a bit more active. And then I want my daughter to be like that as well. And she's got my daughter's got autism, so it makes things a little more difficult. Although it's mild, it's enough to make things awkward. Difficult in some situations. So,
is it a social?
Social's the biggest one. So, getting her into team sports and stuff, that's a big thing that we're trying to push and work towards. But yeah,
how's she taking it?
Yeah, we were doing martial arts.
See, that's a team sport, but it's also like a singular.
Yeah, it's singular, so it's a nice way to ease in, and she can join the class. And so she sort of steps off to the side a bit and try and push her into that a little bit. So yeah, and I say push, not trying to push her into anything, but but also to a point,
of course,
a bit of like, nah.
Yeah.
Fucking, you don't want to do it. Sometimes you got to do some things you don't want to do.
Exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit difficult.
I think I might be autistic.
I think we all are.
I hated team sports, dude. I poked some guy in the eye and he cried, and then he tried to attack me, and then I never went back to football. Literally, that was my football. Up until I was 14, I just kicked grass.
Yeah.
It was like centre half back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing I love about team sports is maybe it's less in something like a basketball where the individual is such a big part of it. But even your best teams are starting to win. You see in the NBA, the best teams, because it's all about playing your role. And I had no dramas playing my role, not necessarily being the best player. And it's hard, especially when you come from juniors and you usually you go up to your levels. And I played semi-professional football. I played in the Waffle. And for West Perth.
Oh, nice.
And so
great team now.
Yeah. So I was there for 11 years, and you go from juniors being the best player to you're not, and then you just have to find your role. And the best teams always won. And it's the teams that function together. Now you do have individual brilliance, but if those players all individually just try to play the best game they can, that team structure falls away. And then you lose because the better team will always win.
Yeah.
So I think, if anything, the team sport just taught me to be more selfless, to sacrifice certain things for the better of everyone. And I think that's a good thing that you learn from that, as well as resilience and strength and fitness and punctuality and respect, all those sorts of things.
Any of that.
Yeah. But I mean, now, I don't know how much you learn that in junior team sport, but certainly once you got to that side of things.
It's more social for juniors, right? It's like for camaraderie and learning how to like struggle together.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a real, come on, it's not a real struggle.
Nah.
It's a playful thing.
Yeah.
But also, that's one of the most important parts, play.
Yeah.
If you don't learn how to play, you become a fucking weirdo when you're older.
Yeah.
Like, I know some guys that just like...
Too serious?
No. They find play in different things.
Yeah, okay.
Like in hedonistic that kind of shit.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
I know some real fucked up people like that I don't talk to anymore. Just your podcast has blown up.
Yeah,
it's blown up. And obviously, it's... I'd probably say the biggest in Perth now.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any. I don't know what the other ones are. I know you. Is there other ones?
Is this a podcast? No, there are other ones. There was one guy, and he ran the Waking World podcast.
Oh, I've seen them.
He stabbed his girlfriend.
What the fuck? So I even tried. I didn't know this guy existed, but I had a look. I had a look the other day.
He had like 200 followers. But
I never read the paper ever read the paper. And I went to the coffee shop. It was pissing down with rain. It was right in front of me. So I thought, well, I'm going to read the sports section, see what they're saying about the Dockers, because I was going to watch that game that day. And I was like, what? Conspiracy theorist podcaster. And I went, oh no, are they talking about me?
Not again.
What have I done? And then, Waking World. And I was like, oh, and fucking, yes, don't do us bad, Waking World, because... Yeah. So, I don't know.
Dude, he was in Bassendean.
Yeah, that's when I was like, close.
That's where my old podcast was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Fuck. Yeah.
I was going to call my podcast work. No, no, fucking. But imagine that. Like, you're trying your hardest. But there's another point. If I think everyone should try and do a podcast. I know that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it really shows... If you're going to go into conspiracy theories, make sure you have a sound mind.
Yeah, definitely. I like it. Lately, we've been going deep on them. And it's just fun. Your
ones are interesting because they do surround real shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like woo-woo conspiracy types.
Yeah.
And conspiracy in and of itself is to conspire. Like whether it be like real or not, like Alex Jones spectrum type to the government type shit, like Epstein, like come on, that happened.
Yeah.
You do get different things.
It's interesting because you have to go at it with a level head. I love conspiracies, so instantly I want to believe them, and then I have to check myself and go, right, Delby's really good at going, but is it? And he'll play devil's advocate quite a lot, so that's pretty good.
Is it the excitement that gets you? That
I just want some of them to be real. You're like, how good would it be if Bigfoot was real? Or you know, those sorts of things. I do check myself a bit. But, yeah, some of them I wholeheartedly buy into, and I'm just like, nah, no one convincing me that's real. But I don't know, they're just fun. I think they're fun sometimes to look into. But then there's the stuff that's not so fun. Like who was I talking to the other day? We had Big Don. Big Don's mates on the other day.
Oh, heck, yeah.
And we were just talking about it. And I was like, do you remember the good old days when conspiracies were fun? You had, like, who's the goat? He's long gone now, died. He used to run the USA late night conspiracy talk show. Name eludes me. I'll remember in a minute.
He'll look it up. Just ask him.
Oh, yeah, cool. You can produce it. But Art Bell, there you go. Art Bell. So Art Bell, we were like, remember back then?
Is Art Bell dead?
Yeah, he died quite a while ago. So maybe Google that, find out when he died. But yeah, so Art Bell, when he used to do them, like they were fun. Like people from, and even if it's not real or not, like it's the guy who's fled Area 51 and he's like, I'm on the run, and I'm calling you, but they are not telling us the truth. And I remember seeing that clip, going, what the fuck? But it's fun. Now the conspiracies are like the government is trying to attack your fucking bedroom, and they've been wanting to do this the whole time.
Well, fucking,
you're like, that's not fun. That's
scary.
Yeah. And you're like,
because it's real. We're on the brink of that shit.
Yeah. Well, and this is what always annoys me about that sort of stuff. The taxing, for example, the economists are all throwing up all these ideas of ways that we need to fix our economy and start, getting rid of our debt. And we need to up the tax to be able to pay for that sort of stuff. And they'll throw up ideas like taxing the bedroom of your household for a bedroom tax, or taxing the inheritance, but they'll never throw up, let's up the royalties on the oil giants, and let's start taxing them a little bit more. And
have you heard about England doing that?
No.
England has bedroom tax.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So, and inheritance tax, or death tax.
They have ULEZ tax.
Yeah, and so that's where we're on that fast track to see where we can see where it's going in the UK. We're on the same pathway. And
it's almost like they're the Orwellian pathway that most of the world's going to follow the trajectory of if it chooses to. Like you have America fighting against that type of stuff, but Australia kind of does. Like it's almost like we're faction, like a Liberal Labor type thing, where like Labor wants to be a lot more like the US and Liberal wants to be a lot more like the UK, and they're just bobbing and fucking weaving.
Yeah, but don't you think it's win-win for them regardless? Because if they tax us, instead of the oil giants and the gas giants don't get taxed, it's cool. They start to really hold us down in whatever we can do as individuals. So that's a win. But if we start to fight back, generally that gets violent. Because you get pushed to a point where you're just fucking over it. And so if you fight back, then it just gives them grounds to put in more legislation, more rules, more censorship, more control measures, and then they win again. So I don't think it's by accident that they're making such ridiculous and stupid decisions. I think it's on purpose. Like anyone on the fucking planet can see they should just tax the oil giants a little bit more. And anyone can see that they should just up the royalties a little bit more. And anyone can see they shouldn't have printed out fucking several $100 billion out of thin air during COVID to lock us down and kill small business. Anyone knew that was going to happen, and it was going to devalue our dollar, and we were going to all be fucking put into a cost of living crisis. Like if us dumb fucking idiots over in the Hard Yarns podcast could have predicted that, anyone could. We're not geniuses. It was just very easy to see. So everyone's like, oh, well, the government's idiots. And I don't think they are. I think they're doing it by design because it's win-win for them. And it's either going to create polarity, division, and a civil war by people pointing the finger at each other saying who's wrong and who's right, in which they get to implement more censorship laws and control measures. And then if we don't fight back, then they just put more money in the hands of the oil giants that are funding their campaigns. So I think it's win-win. And that's a scary conspiracy. It's not even like it's not like the old UFOs coming down and whatnot. Like that's fun. It's where we go from there.
It seems that robbing people of their own physical protection. Have you heard of the conspiracy at Port Arthur?
I have a little bit. I've always thought that we're like Australia's a testing ground for the world. And so they'll be like, how willingly are people going to uptake this?
We love a rule.
So we're very different. We've had it too good for so long that, of course, we're going to go, someone killed everyone. Look, there's some measures. There are some measures that should be put in place. Let's have some fucking mental health checks and a few other things like that.
Because the same shit happened in Christchurch, but nobody took their guns off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's the kind of, what I'm getting to is if you're going to take people's physical protection off them, i.e. guns, America's pushed back against this hugely, but they still have fucking school shooters, which is like, come on, man. And then you devalue the dollar, which you yourself, as the government, has told the people that's the most valuable thing you can have is to have wealth and abundance. But then you devalue it so there's less abundant people. Then their financial protection is the only thing that was protecting them is now devalued and they have less abundance and less protection. What is the next constitution to break down?
Well, they've become so reliant on the government for protection, for money, for security, that they have to do as they're told or they won't receive those welfare payments or whatever. And that's the fear of it.
But what is the indoctrination going to lead to? You know, more and more rules, less and less freedom. Where does that go? Is it just one giant concentration camp? Is it eradicating the country of Australia? It's so everybody like leaves and goes to elsewhere places.
Well, you see it.
We only have 23 million people, civilized people here that are non-immigrants that are actually here.
For whatever reason, during a cost of living crisis and a housing crisis, you're not allowed to suggest that potentially we should just check ourselves a little bit on immigration and maybe just pump the brakes a little bit. Doesn't mean you have to stop it. Maybe let's just vet it. Let's not increase it like they are. And to suggest that makes you a racist. And to even consider anything.
Whose points are to make it a racist?
I have no idea.
Is that being thought up by? Is that a campaign that's being spread?
Is it a tactic?
Yeah.
Well, they did it with Trump. Call him a Nazi.
True.
You say something enough, and you look through the comments on any Trump post. Now, I don't think I was a Trump supporter in the run up to the last election. But over Kamala, I was a Trump supporter. I still look at some things he does now and go, fuck, come on, mate. Let's chill out. But I'm willing to call a spade a spade. Some people have just aligned themselves. They're tribalistic. They go, nah, this is me. And no matter what they do, I'm going to agree with it and I'm going to align with it.
The Charlie Kirks of the world.
And I think what you see there is people are going, someone's called Trump a Nazi 58 times. He must be a Nazi. And so they just assume he's a Nazi. It's repetitive. And
it's also what you're saying is highlighting echo chambers.
Yeah, correct.
Right? It's people that don't, like, whether it's an algorithm thing where Instagram's feeding them exactly what they want to see, or TikTok's showing them exactly what they like hate constantly. So they're like, oh, that affirms exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't think that makes for good people.
No.
Not just politically. I think that makes for really bad tribes. Like, we're supposed to be humans. We're all humans of this earth. Some people aren't. And there are some people in this tribe that we have of humans that do not agree with the sentiment of being human.
Yeah.
You don't care for children in Gaza.
Yeah.
You care more about the financial well-being of Israel? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Mate, it's
people in Ukraine. One of my mates is in Ukraine with his fiancée who's Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Every night they have to get into a bunker.
Yeah. And so that's the thing is
every night.
To be able to have a nuanced, open discussion about these topics is what we need. But for whatever reason, that conversation's shut down. Same thing happened in COVID. We weren't even allowed to discuss the potentials for other cures or other ways of potentially protecting yourself other than a vaccination.
We were treated like porn scum.
Yeah.
We were.
Exactly. So I think any time that something is censored or shut down, I don't think it's ever a good thing. At worst, even if you're bringing up something that's totally implausible and it's not true and it's real disinformation or misinformation, whatever you want to label it, the truth will come out in the wash and it'll be easily disproved and debunked. And you'll be later like, well, Trump's going to do this because he's the best at this, this, and this. And then you could go, well, actually, that's not true. He's good here, but he's poor there. And you could have a open discussion. But by just censoring all discussions around immigration or fucking, I guess, taxing oil giants, I've said a couple of times, or anything like that, if you're censoring these or just completely disregarding them, that's where you should look. That should be the red flag.
Yeah, for sure.
The transgender thing I seen come up the other day, where someone was saying we don't want this with our kids, and then the premier of, I think, Victoria maybe. It's just like, well, that is he's long gone. But she was like, well, this is divisive and hatred-driven rhetoric. We don't want that in our society. So let me point out that 15% of transgender children commit suicide. So we need to be looking after them, blah, 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 blah. And so there's no discourse about that, no conversation going, well, why are they committing suicide? Like maybe it's because they do have mental health problems, or maybe it's something we need to look further into, or maybe we're entertaining a delusion, and when they realise that they're changing their body structure isn't going to fix that problem that they have, maybe that makes things worse. Like fucking have a conversation about it, because maybe you're correct.
Yeah.
Maybe we do need to look after these transgender people. But by completely shutting down a fucking conversation, we can't find the answer because you've just said, no, I'm right.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's bullshit. With any topic.
Yes.
That's my opinion.
I agree. And I love that opinion. Because Jimmy chopping his cock off wasn't his problem.
No.
It's mental.
Well, and that's
with the trans thing is fucking hard though. Because what if you are that person that just doesn't feel right in that body, you know, like, and then you have the psychopath that goes, well, I can get into girls' locker rooms and toilets and stuff, you know.
Correct.
So you have this group that's like a fucking cesspool of like sadistic predators plus non-gender conforming people that want to be known as the what are they called? Non-binaries?
By non-binary.
You got non-binaries, you got people that are born in the wrong bodies, you got all these different things in this one fucking group. And that group was born from butt fuckers. Yeah. It was born by the LGBTQ. No, it was gay. It started as gay. Yeah. There's a guy that on YouTube I was watching, and he's like, L is gay because it's lesbian. G is gay. And B, you're bisexual, which means you like dudes. If you're a guy, that's gay.
That's gay.
If you're a T and you're a man to female and then you date a man, that's gay.
Yeah.
So it's just gay.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about?
It was good. I've seen that same one. He's like, it's just all gay, man.
It's just all gay. Like, why are you stealing all the letters, man?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of letters.
It's like LGBTQAA plus 2.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is the plus?
Well, Jim Jeffries,
he has a fucking great joke
do that bit. Yeah. Yeah.
He killed that.
Yeah, it's good.
Very good.
He's a good comedian, man. There's a few good Aussies doing some good things. You got
Amos Gill.
Amos is doing well.
He's great.
He opens for Jim.
James McCann.
But James McCann, he's killing it now. So he's on Kill Tony all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Opens up for Shane Gillis. Travels around with him.
They have the pod together too, don't they? James and Shane?
He's got the James Ford McCann Cataraman plan. He loves. First episode we ever did with him, it didn't record. Same thing.
Oh, really?
Had the video, no audio.
Oh, it sucks, eh?
Because Kyle Legacy was our producer that day. Fucking Zach. What a fucking good episode. Oh, fuck. I wasn't fucking pressing record. Fucking Zach. It was a fucking sick episode though, lads. Fucking do it again.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Yeah, fucking Kyle.
Fucking Kyle. I love that guy so much.
But yeah, mate, James is killing it. Like, he's doing very good things. And
because he's from Melbourne. Oh no, Sydney, right?
Adelaide.
Is he Adelaide?
Both Amos and he loves the Adelaide Crows. He's constantly pumping them up as well.
Whoa.
So James and Amos are both from Adelaide. Wolfie's heading over soon. So
Andrew.
Yep. He's on the pod tomorrow, actually, I think.
Oh, good shit.
But Wolfie's, in my opinion, the best comedian.
He's the hardest dude to get a hold of.
He's not. He just ignores you. Everyone. Do you know how many times I have to call that guy to get one fucking answer? And he's like, dude, I was fucking at the school drop and then the stock's tanked and fuck. he's just like, mate, he is. I ran a fringe room with him over Fringe. We're not doing it this year.
Yeah, it's a bit too crazy.
Well, it's crazy with him.
Is he in Edinburgh at the moment?
No, he's here. Delby's in Edinburgh. Everyone's over in Edinburgh. But he's like me. He's a single dad. So like, well, I'm not single anymore. But
congratulations.
Yeah, it's lovely. But he's a single dad. So can't really leave for too long. Mm-hmm. And those sorts of extended periods of time, being away from your kids are hard enough as it is. But yeah, he's. I know he's going over Austin shortly. And
are you going to go?
No, I will go with him at some point, maybe next year or something like that, just for a week or so. Again, I don't like going away for too long. I'll try and coordinate it with something. But
maybe over school holidays, take your daughter and your missus with you.
It's a thought. It is definitely a thought.
Yeah.
But regardless, he's going over and he's got his. So Wolfie opens up for Tim Dillon and Sam Talent and Mark Normand and Shane Gillis and anyone who comes to Perth. So he's the go-to, and him and John Pinder, I guess. And then he's not got the. He's too in his head, too self-conscious to go fucking have a crack. And I'm so pumped he's heading over to Austin, and he's not gonna be a dick and try and pull some strings and get people to get him on, but he knows he's got a green card to get on to kill Tony. And mate, once the world sees him, there's no going back. He will be number one Australian comedian in the world.
Most likely.
He's just, I'm not sure he can do a special because he can't do an hour.
He can't do it again and again. It's
he can. Different. He can. He can do an hour.
I know, but it's always different,
mate.
It's always different.
It's too much.
It's crazy.
I remember the first time.
If you've ever seen him, dude, holy shit. Have you ever seen Andrew Wolf?
Hurts, man.
It hurts. You die laughing.
Hurts.
It hurts.
So
he's so full of energy.
Your face and your stomach. Whereas, and this is the thing. I think he's learning to ebb and flow his comedy to give people a chance to quickly rest. But he does. He just never stops. So, by the way, whereas John Pinder, like, have you seen Pinder before? Yeah. John Pinder. So John Pinder he'll get you in his laughs, bang, 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 and then he'll bring you back down, let you rest for a bit. And his tone and cadence is great. Like, he makes you feel like you're constantly laughing, and he'll give you time to rest, and then bang with a couple of laughs. Or Rory Lowe, he's great, but obviously he's over in Sydney, and I guess he's English, really, but he's Australian. Yeah.
Have you heard his when he puts on like a thick Australian accent?
No,
it does not even sound English.
Yeah, right. There's some good ones going around in Australia. I think Rory's got what it takes to go even further than he is, but
he doesn't want to leave Australia though.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, who would? Like, Australia is so good, and this is the thing. So this is why we get trapped, because Australia is so good.
Yeah.
We're so lucky, and I do appreciate that and understand that, but that doesn't mean you can just get rolled over by your government, which is what happens.
On that, how and why did you start talking to government leaders?
I was always interested in politics anyway, and I was interested specifically in American politics, but I was like, fuck, I should probably take an interest in my own backyard. And the platform was getting big enough to go, well, let's have a healthy understanding of what's going on. And not only nationally, but locally. So obviously talking to Basil is that's pretty good. I think...
Did he win that seat?
Yes, he's the leader of the opposition now. He's leader of the Liberal Party.
Wow.
So
I called that shit.
Look, I like Basil. I think in my chat with him, he definitely did the political speech a bit and sort of danced around some questions, but he also did answer.
Think it was like scripting?
No, I think he just speaks very well. But my experience with him, and he's a West Perth ex-player and he's been down the club a bit, so I know him ish. Anyway, my experiences with him prior to that have been all very nice. Lovely guy. I did get a little bit of this sense that he's potentially, like I asked him, for example, the mining. I was like, why can't we tax them a little bit more? And I said specifically, they're not going to leave because, if they're making, let's say, $1 billion profit, and if they're making $1 billion profit for the year, which I think they make more than that, but let's say $1 billion round off, and you tax them an extra couple of $100 million, they're not going to like it, but they're not leaving $800 million of profit on the table. So you can tax them and you can up the royalties. And he thought, no, that's going to scare him away. Or he said that's going to.
But the resources are here.
Exactly. So it's not going to scare him away. And then he's like, well, then we lose the jobs, because they start saying, well, we're not profiting as much, so we're going to take the jobs away. And that's his reasoning, which I don't buy. So
I don't get that.
Yeah.
Because you can do contractual bidding.
Yeah.
You tender for the contract for a certain mine.
Exactly.
If you do tendering on that.
Why can't the state just take up the job? Yeah.
Exactly.
And he was like, well, they've got the people who do the jobs and they know the field. And I'm like, that's not an answer. I could have pushed back more on that, but that's my lessons for that. Trying to get Roger Cook on, just won't even answer.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah.
Too busy?
They haven't seen. It's not like they've seen the messages. I do Instagram. I don't reach out in any other way.
Yeah. So
maybe I should go some more official capacity, but
emails and
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I tried emails for a while. I got a few good podcasts off emails, but it's
like Jeremy Piven was just a message him on Instagram. He was like, "Yeah, cool." I was like, "Sick."
Fuck yeah. But you had Nick Natanui on?
No, I haven't. But the Eagles players, while they're playing, would definitely. Eagles are a bit protective over who comes on and doesn't.
Of course. Who do you support?
I'm an Eagles supporter.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I know the owner of. Well, not the owner. The boss.
Okay.
The general football operations, whatever they call it, general manager of football operations.
Have you talked to him?
Gavin Bell. He's a fucking legend. But I haven't spoken. I don't want to pull that card with him and go, mate, can you just get us? To be fair,
talk to him on a podcast.
I want to get him on because that's a great person to speak to.
That's an
and
awesome
Max
one.
Bailey, who's the same role in Hawthorn, general football manager of the football club. Basically, they're the people who run the football club.
Okay.
I know him really well as well. So these are the type of people I'm willing to talk to. But like a footy player, like I've had them on, but I just like, yeah. Why?
Yeah.
The downloads go significantly less. Like we've had Dane Swan on 3 times. Love him. Significantly less.
Really?
Yeah, well, people are less interested. And we've got more of a global audience now than local. Yeah. So I guess half the audience, or more than half of the audience, wouldn't even know the fuck Dane Swan is.
Yeah.
And then if you got local people that don't like footy, then they don't care.
It's the weird thing about having a show that's on the internet. Like my major audience is the UK.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
It's really weird.
Okay, interesting.
And it peaked after I had my missus and her friend on. I was talking, like, because her friend's a gypsy and she did a fucking tarot reading on the podcast.
See, and this is the thing, man. People love that shit.
Yeah.
They love, for whatever reason, they love that shit. And sometimes you just need something to spike someone's attention. If they listen and they're like you as a host, they'll be like, oh, cool, I'm going to.
Nobody does.
But if they like it, they're going to keep listening, And then I think the unknown, you don't need a celebrity to discuss that. You don't need it. And to be fair, like, what the fuck? Like, Jeremy Piven, for example, great, cool guest. I idolized his character, Ari Gold, when I was young watching Entourage.
For sure.
What am I listening to it for if I'm the listener? What am I listening to that for? Except for the fact that you go, oh, cool, our local podcast got to speak to Jeremy Piven. That would be the only real reason.
Was it over Zoom?
It was, and that was so he's meant to come on in person when he was here as well. He's going to do both.
Okay.
And then Bastard left me on red actually on the Wednesday because I messaged him. He was like, I said, "You're going to come on," and he's like, "Yeah, cool, sounds good." And then just double checked. I was heading into the studio, all good for today, and just left on red, motherfucker. But when he did Zoom, like we sort of fucked that up as well. So he's in LA before he flies over. Time differences, he stuffed up. He was in an airport. Oh. He didn't have to take the phone call. He's like, "No, man, we'll still do it. I'll be in the lounge." But we only had 25 minutes with him or something like that. So. But I mean, it's cool that he would even give us 25 minutes while he's at an airport in public. Sure. You know, people are walking around and he's just holding a phone, talking to the phone like that. Yeah, I would hate doing that in public. So, he was saying how much he hates doing this shit
on the podcast.
On the pod, he's like, I fucking feel like a dick. I'm talking, I'm trying to tell you how funny I am and sell my show.
Yeah. In
front of all these people who were sitting around an airport, I feel like a dick. And I felt bad making him do it. I was just come back when you're here, man. We can talk the comedy show when you're here. But no, he did really well to do that. But I remember at the end of it, I just thought, does he hate us? Or was that his shtick? And I was actually very concerned. I was like, I think he hated that. And because he was just taking the piss out of us the whole time, saying we were a viciously mediocre podcast and stuff like that. And then after
was he just trying to be funny?
Yeah, it's just his wit and his humor. He messaged us after saying that was so much fun. Really appreciate it. I'll message you when I'm over and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, cool. He was just being a dick. It's just funny.
He's doing the Ari Gold.
Exactly. I don't think it's too dissimilar from his actual character and his normal sort of humor.
We've lost that camera. Is that camera off or is it just?
No space on the memory card. It says there.
Oh, I've got a memory card.
It's just my beautiful face.
Yeah. 1 second. Do you want a drink?
No. I'll just have another water. It's all good.
Bike riding.
Yeah.
I thought I deleted everything off that phone. I always have it back on.
Good man.
Oh, I love it. I took my shoes off. It's fucking hot in here.
Yeah, I'm wearing a jumper, but I feel fine.
I don't think it's that toasty.
Yeah, I might actually take my jumper off.
I've got a fucking temperature warning on the. Oh, look at that!
The old Cardinals.
The old Cardinals. Oh, crazy! We got a temperature warning on the cameras.
Oh man, we get that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in summer. Got the aircon in there now.
Yeah, we have aircon. I think they've put the heater on.
So if we're charging as we're recording, that's where we find our issue.
Really?
So if I can keep them to a point where you just uncharge them and then they don't overheat. Yeah. So as long as you're as long as you're confident they last the time.
I'll blow on this one if you can maybe blow on that one
with a yeah. But yeah, that's what I find is the thing.
Right.
It's the charging. So as soon as I took the charger out, it's only one of the cameras it was doing it on, but it would constantly overheat.
What kind of camera is it?
Sony a7 III.
Okay, so you can get dummy batteries for that. So the reason as to why it does that is because there's a battery inside. There's the cell that's transferring power.
Yeah.
When you have a dummy battery, which is just a battery and it has no battery in it, and it has a cord going to it, so it's direct power.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's better.
Yeah. So I've ordered mine,
yeah,
but they just aren't here yet.
Okay. Because that's what keeps overheating the camera.
The battery is the only thing that'll overheat the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah. There you go.
But I forgot about the charging thing. So when you just reminded me, we'll probably get another 20 minutes now.
Yeah. Yeah. Without it overheating and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it depends on our cameras are getting a bit old now, so obviously the longer you have that battery, the less the battery life lasts. But
with a dummy battery, you never have that. Yeah,
smart. I think I'll have to upgrade.
They're only like $30.
Okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's just a cord and the cord. You have a rubber grommet at the bottom of the battery housing.
Yeah.
So the cord comes out of that,
and then you record and then put it through AI, and it stitches it up. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. So we did have Hammer doing the switching. Oh, Mason Hammersley. And because you're doing it yourself, you can judge where you start talking and they stop. Or they start, rather. So you know what you're doing with your fingers.
Yeah,
But
correct.
when we're having a conversation, he has to focus on Google and that. Jamie's the master of it, of the Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
But we're teaching.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's difficult. It's difficult when Delby's on because then you got 3.
3, right.
It's reasonably easy.
pink,
Like if it's just me, if it's just me, I find it quite easy because I know when I'm going to talk.
Yes.
And if they keep talking, I'll just wait till I can go back to me. So it's very easy to just go bang, bang, bang.
You save a lot of money doing it that way.
It's time as well, because literally once it's finished, the episode's edited. So
it's
I don't have to do
$70 a month for the AutoPod.
Yeah, okay.
So the automatic.
Oh, is it
$70 a month? It's
well,
fucking.
It costs $600. No, $400 for an A10 Mini Pro. I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think I spent $1,000 on mine.
Maybe 600.
They might have come down in price. I bought mine like 3 years ago. When I first started the podcast, I was like, I had this grand idea of what it was going to be, and I was like, that ain't it.
Yeah.
And then I just always had the same fucking. It's on the desk over there.
Yeah.
But it comes. We've done a couple, but I couldn't figure out how to run the audio, so we ended up running the audio to the cameras from the board, and then the cameras to.
Yeah, I guess that's the whole beauty of the Rodecaster.
Yeah, it does everything.
USB out, so it just goes straight into the computer. Yeah, it's good.
Gorgeous. How does it line up with the cameras?
Well, we record through a program so the audio is into the program and the video is into the program. Oh. So I use OBS.
Yeah, right.
So OBS Studio, and then so you select your video and
that's
you select your audio.
That's what Sesh with Sav does. Sav, have you?
Sav, no.
Yeah, he's from Adelaide. Sesh with Sav.
Okay.
He does a jiu-jitsu UFC type podcast, and he has everyone on from Adelaide over there. He does it in his shed, dude. It's so sick. Yeah. It's so good. He's got like a UFC ring in his shed.
Yeah, okay.
It's fucking cool.
Well, how good is it having like a studio as well?
That's amazing.
Because, like you have the people that you get on sometimes, and that everyone comes into the house and goes, holy fuck, man, this is so good. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's not a front lounge room like it used to be.
Yeah.
Which is what I think a lot of people expect. It's just going to be someone's house and the front bedroom or whatever. And still is for a lot of people. And we did it for 4 years, I think. Maybe 3 years or so. And it serves its purpose because most people listen, they don't watch. But it's much better and I sent 360 your way as well, but like getting someone like him over, and I feel like it would have been weird asking him to come sit in my front lounge room, like.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I was very, I had Teddy come over.
Yes.
And he came to my house.
Yeah.
And it was just we had this studio in the front room.
Yeah.
Like we had a giant lounge room in the front of the house. And we had 2 lounge rooms at the time because the fucking house was just ridiculously big.
Yeah.
And you'd walk in, first left. You want to get in some more water, please? First left into the studio, double doors. And I was just like in here, and like my missus sitting on the couch with the dog, and she's like, hello, down the hallway, and then straight in. I was like, this is odd. So when we got our first podcast studio, the one that you did last time in Adelaide Terrace, that was good, but then you could hear the university next to you. Like when there were there was a bunch of Filipinos having lunch. Like it's like, this ain't right.
That's the one issue we have is the traffic.
Oh, from
Fitzgerald Street, yeah. So that's the one issue we have, I reckon. But if we get better mics, that
just the noise gate.
Yeah. It definitely helps.
Can you look that up? A Behringer noise gate attachment. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. But it's just, mate, what it's become. Oh, I love going into our studio now. I've just lent into the conspiracy theories.
I love it.
And stuff like
you
that.
Have Make 1984.
Make Orwell fiction again.
Make
Orwell fiction. Because 1984.
Who did that?
Guy named Amy Button. It was just she's actually, do you know what? She's the mother of one of my daughter's friends at the old school that my daughter went to, and I knew she did art and stuff like that, and I just said, do you want to come and paint this?
Crazy.
Cause we have coffees in the morning sometimes, our kids play. So got her on and sorted it and She did a fucking awesome job. Big UFO abducting someone,
sick,
make
dude.
all well. Yeah, I just thought, fuck it, let's
like
just
that.
get a big mural. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And now we're putting the whole sidewall is curtained off, and
Oh, nice. You do purple curtains?
no, we did purple curtains on the back, but black along the wall. So,
Oh, cool.
and yeah, it's really coming together to what we like. It's a big risk though, man. Going, podcast that wasn't earning any money, or fucking very little money, and then hiring a studio that costs more a month than you were earning seems stupid.
Does.
But, we were all in. We were just like, nah, fuck it. We'll, at worst case scenario, Delby will be able to do his wedding meetings and stuff in there, and I'll be able to work for B32. We just rationalised it in our head in whatever logical way we could. But I've just gone to the point now where I don't use logic, and
Dream your way there.
I think just feel it.
Yeah.
Like, even if it feels risky, if it feels right, do it. That's what I've been doing lately. Just following my gut. And I've spoken about it a bit, is be, do, have versus have, do, be. And
Mental syntax, right?
yeah, it's just instead of have, do, be, you're living in that concept of like, when I have this, I'll be able to, what is it? Have, do, be. Yeah. So when I have this, I'll be able to do this, and then I'll be the person I want to be, instead of just be the person you want to be, and then do the things that person would do, and then you'll have the life you always dreamed of. So then it's very easy to be that person, because you just think, what is that decision that you're going to make if you're that person? What is the, what is the decision in every part of life are you going to make? Am I going to eat that meal? Am I going to go for that extra jog? Am I going to yell at my kid? Whatever it ends up being, if that's not the person you align to be with, if that's not aligning with the person you want to be, then it's not the right decision. So it's a lot easier than you think. And I think sometimes people go the other way around, the logical, whereas you just embody that person. Eventually, my woo-woo side of things, the universe catches up and it calibrates to what you're already putting out there. So align with the universe and let the universe align with you. That's I guess the spiritual hippie part of me, and it's
real though, dude. Because you
works.
imagine something, and if you live on that congruency with the imagination, if imaginary predictions are a real thing, right? If you can say, hey, I imagine there's going to be a building here, B, you make a plan, do, you build the building, have. There you go. You imagined a building into ruminants.
Well, also, who is that person going to be that has the building?
Yeah. Are you going to be a building manager?
Well, are you going to be the person who says, I can't?
Epstein's
It's
Island?
unrealistic. Are you going to be the person that says it's unrealistic?
Yeah.
Or are you going to say, well, okay, for me to get it, I just have to do this, 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 and this.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, it's a process. I need to contact this person. Why am I holding back? I need to contact a building planner or whatever the fuck it is. The person that you want to be would be motivated and driven enough to go, well, stop delaying, stop procrastinating, do it now. And you can do that with everything. If you want to be a healthier person, what does that person do? They don't drink alcohol every night. They'll drink water. They'll eat nice foods, whatever, simple. Same with being a good parent. Like, what does a good parent do? They're slightly disciplined. They're empathetic, and they're present. And if all of those things are like your phone taking you away from those sorts of things, well, fucking put it away, because that's not the person you want to be.
That's not the person, yeah.
So it's just aligning. It's aligning with the person that you want to be. And some people don't know what they want to be or who they want to be, but maybe the best way to do it sometimes is to write down what you don't want to be and work back from there.
One of my friends did that recently, Brendan Willington. Have you had him on the podcast?
No.
God damn it. Get him on the podcast.
Okay, cool.
Dude's becoming Batman. He just bought himself an Audi R8.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, he's literally becoming Batman. Like, literally. I think he just clocked at $500,000 a month that he's making. Yeah.
Does he want to sponsor the podcast? Jeez.
Probably, if you have him on. And he is a fucking, like, a genius. he was known as Wilco, who was a DJ in Perth.
Oh, yeah. I know him, yeah.
Wilco.
Yeah.
And he recently he has like about 12 different gurus and coaches that talk him into doing certain things. And he's like, I want to become more of the person I am now.
Yeah.
The actions, I feel guilty for making these actions and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you're holding on to your old self. You need to write your old self a letter and say goodbye. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
And he did that shit. And the next day he went shopping. He bought all new clothes. He threw out all his old clothes that he used. He like literally changed himself. He came in with a leather jacket.
Aligned with the person he wanted to be.
He was driving like a car with scissor doors. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, I was like, holy shit, you're like a different, and the way he talked as well. Back in the day, he'd be like,
with his South African accent.
No, he's not South African. I think he's like half Filipino.
Is he?
Yeah.
We're not thinking.
Probably not.
Not Wilco's World, Angry Africans.
No.
Different Wilco.
It's a different Wilco.
Okay.
This is a Wilco that was.
I was like, fuck, his fucking game changed.
Changed ethnicity. No, this is Wilco that was picked up by Skrillex.
Okay.
Yeah, so he made a mixtape to kill all mixtapes back in the day.
Yeah, okay.
And Skrillex was like, that's iconic. Like,
Sick.
it was the best thing ever.
Yeah,
and then he blew up as a DJ in Perth.
Cool.
And now, since then, he'd become a digital marketing strategist.
Okay.
And then created a business called Where You. You've probably seen them on Adelaide Terrace.
Yeah,
They're fucking
yeah.
huge. They were right next door to our old studio. And I linked him up with Sev.
Yeah.
And they've basically just kind of ran in congruency as associates for a while. And now they've just kind of like split off and like he's really killing it hard.
Yeah.
And when I talked to him just a couple of weeks ago, man, I was like, man, this guy, he's like
different.
Yeah, it was like you could tell there was like a fire in his eyes.
Yeah.
Like he knew what he wanted. As soon as the podcast was done, he was like back on his phone. He's like, da-da-da-da-da. Like he was just on it, you know? Like I was like, whoa, I feel like a fat slob. So I got back into the gym the next day. I was like, I've got to be my old self again. I've got to like find new Jacob in my old disciplines.
Yeah. Man, getting back in the gym has been huge for me.
Mental?
Everything.
Just
so good. Like, I'd go like 4 times a week, 5 times a week, run 3 or 4 times a week, eat as healthy as I can.
What are you eating? Why aren't you vegan? Sorry.
Eating largely meat. Obviously, I've been a bit off since I've been to Europe, but
how was that?
So good, man.
Yeah. How was Oasis?
Oasis was sick. Manchester.
Tell me about it.
Manchester. We were second day. Manchester. It's so good. There's no way I can describe it other than it was fucking incredible. It's probably
was Liam Gallagher on point,
mate. It was everything you thought it would be. Sometimes you set the bar too high with what your expectations are of an event, and we went there, and the whole of Manchester becomes a festival. Like there's a pub we went to for a few drinks prior in the middle of Manchester. And it's called I think they renamed it the Oasis Bar, and it felt like 1,000, 2,000 people just in this one little beer garden out in the middle of in the city there, and that was fucking incredible to begin with. Just the vibe that was there, and you start walking your way there, everyone's just walking and up streets going towards there. Everyone's street drinking. Police aren't causing a fuss; they're just not trying to.
Epic.
Well, if they tried to cause dramas,
it would have been.
It just makes it harder for everyone. So they're just directing people in the right way and the right directions, and you go in there. I guess the thing that concerned me was like, we're going to have a heap of drunk geezers,
and potential,
and that's
going
to kick off, yeah. And it was the opposite. It was just love, man. It was just every fucking person just singing, having a good time. I knew every single word to every single song. So I'm a proper Oasis fan.
Of course. I know Wonderwall.
And most of them were, most of the people there were the same. And I just remember thinking, like, sometimes music's turned into something it's not. Like, it has to be new and it has to be edgy and it has to be groundbreaking and so much talent. And Oasis are not that. They're just like, 4 or 5 chords. Liam Gallagher's vocals were fucking incredible, but it was just bouncing fun, like cigarettes and alcohol, when everyone turns around, puts their arms around each other, faces away from the thing and just bounces, and it's just fucking incredible.
Apparently everyone lit up cigarettes
Yeah,
everyone.
I didn't see that part, but potentially in certain.
I heard Jim Jeffries on Theo Von's podcast, and he was like,
"Oh, they went to Wembley.
The Wembley one,
Amos, yeah.
They literally just everybody lit up.
Sounds about right.
In Wembley, and he was like, I nearly lit up a cigarette because he's been off.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, man, imagine being there. Everyone's just lighting up and drinking.
Mate, there's flares everywhere. And it's outdoors, Manchester. So we went to Heaton Park, not the stadium. So which is, in my opinion, way better because it's just like a festival. Then everyone's on the ground level. There's open air. It's just open air.
Yeah.
Starts at 8:00, finishes about 10:15. In the UK, it's like sunset at about 10:30, 10:15. Yeah. So it's they're finishing as sunset goes off. Their fireworks display goes off. It's fucking awesome, man. And
insane.
Just fun.
When was the last time they played?
16 years ago, I think, in like France. The last time I seen him was 2005 at Rocket, and
that's right.
They played before Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I think my brother jumped the fence to that festival.
It's interesting because Oasis isn't the sort of music I'd normally listen to. I'm normally a bit more heavy rock or heavy metal.
Like what?
Anyone really?
Parkway.
System of a it would be like System of a Down or Metallica or
Slipknot.
Orange Goblin. Slipknot, yeah, a little bit. Even like Foo Fighters to the sort of heavier rock.
What did you think about Dark Horse from Nickelback? The heavier stuff.
Look,
I loved it, dude.
Look, I think that.
Here we go.
Look, I love Creed. Okay,
me too.
I love Creed.
Yeah,
I still do. I was doing my fucking gardening the other day listening to Creed.
With arms
and
I'm
not ashamed to admit there's 7 or 8 fucking banger Nickelback songs.
Mm-hmm.
I just hated that they got repeated over and over again. He's a good songwriter, man. But I have
a problem with showing other people that you're a Nickelback fan. I saw a guy going through a car park in a Lancer with all his windows down, blaring Nickelback, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Keep that shit to yourself."
Yeah, but those sorts of bands, man. That's like Incubus. Big fan of Incubus.
Yeah,
so Oasis,
Clown Posse. You like them?
Yeah.
Nice.
But Oasis is such an outlier for me. But my best mates were Brits, and they loved them, and I sort of just it became part of what I liked. So when you grow up loving them, and then you get to see them, and you haven't seen them for 20 years, it's just fucking awesome. Not one biff, not one kickoff.
They sold out every show.
Oh, they made a lot.
They would have made
a lot.
They
made a lot. I did like when we got on it. We walk up to get our drinks as we go in. And we jagged front standing tickets, which means you get the full front row, which is basically whoever comes first gets that.
Yeah, of course.
Then there's the general admin as well on the outside, but there's one sort of like I'd say 30-meter loop that goes around the stage that's behind the front, and that's called front standing, and you can reserve that. And it doesn't cost you any extra. You just, I guess, click front standing or whatever the fuck. Anyway, we got them. So we didn't have to worry about how late we got there. We were always going to be very close to the front. And so we got that front standing, but you still were worried you're going to lose your spot. So
were they seated?
No, it's all standing.
It's all standing.
But just how close you could get was it was just this part was gated off. That you could only get in there with these certain wristbands.
And it didn't cost any more?
No, you just had to, I think, register, or maybe you got lucky in a lottery or whatever.
You'd have a COVID vaccine.
Yeah. I have no idea how we got them, but we got them. And it was fucking awesome. And I remember we got in and we got our beers, and I'll tell you about the beers in a second. But once we were in, you're like, fuck, can't really leave because it was completely full. Oh. You're never going to get back. So the reason I don't think many people were fucking kicking off is because they stopped drinking because everyone wanted to watch Richard Ashcroft. So we got Richard Ashcroft as our opener. Poor people in Sydney and Melbourne have got ballpark music, which is, I mean, I like them, but Richard Ashcroft is fucking the Verve, Bittersweet Symphony, Drugs Don't Work, Lucky Man. Like everyone was almost just as excited to see Richard Ashcroft as they were to see Oasis. So for 3.5 hours, you're not moving.
Yeah.
So you can't keep drinking because you're going to just keep pissing and pissing and pissing. So, once we had our drinks, we were done. I did one piss on the floor, but that was about it.
Of course, as you do.
You're definitely getting swilled with piss in the air. Like that's a common thing that happens at the Oasis gigs. They piss in a cup and
really?
Have you seen the memes where like the security guards are just like they get covered and you don't know whether it's beer or whatever, and they just be like, and they smell it and they're like, fuck, and they've just got piss all over them. But
that's so gross, man.
So what was sick was when we went in to get our drinks before we go into the crowd. We go to the bar and the guy goes, I'll do you a solid. Okay, so it's like, I think it was like £80 for our drinks. For our,
how many drinks?
I think we added, it was understandable price, like for what we were paying for. I think we had got a fair few rounds. But he said, I'll do you a solid. You give me 40 quid cash. You don't have to tap. So I just gave him 40 and saved ourselves 40. And he's like, anytime you want some drinks, come to this one. You get it for half the price. And he was just obviously running that hustle the whole time. He would have walked out so rich. He was like, just don't pass it to me like in your hand. Like just pretend tap and give me the cash as you're doing it. And
Whoa.
So he would have made so much money. And I was like, Oasis made enough money, man.
Were there any cameras?
Yeah, I'd say that's why he was telling me not to. Yeah.
I'd have a piece of paper and just like put it over your hand and take the cash or something.
Yeah, I think that's what, I can't remember what the process was. I'd probably had a few.
Not that I've done that.
Yeah. But yeah, mate, fucking
Any
awesome.
fights?
No, not one.
Whoa.
I didn't see one. All I seen was people walk, and even when we were walking out, the whole crowd just singing the songs again. The whole crowd. It's fucking awesome.
Was there an exit from either way into the looped area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, both sides.
See, I watched that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Trainwreck. How good are those?
Yeah, they're good.
They're really nice.
Yeah,
like
an worst thing to watch just before we went to Oasis, though. Literally the week before. And Grace is going, what the fuck are we watching this for? People are dying, suffocating.
Yeah, that was scary. All those like girls and dudes underneath people that are jumping to like Travis Scott's music. Ooh.
So they're just having the time of their life, not knowing that someone's suffocating over there.
And they tried to like tell him to stop.
Yeah.
And he stopped. And then he was like, well, they're telling me to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Hectic, man. I don't know. That
I can't
seems a
believe
bit much.
nobody got in trouble.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I know.
Nobody was arrested. Nobody got a fine. Nada.
It's pretty bad. I wonder if anything else is going to happen from that.
No. I think it's like school shooting in America. It happens. Let's get over it. Move on.
Yeah.
Let's be better as a country.
Yeah.
Can you look up how many black school shooters are there? I think there's one.
Really?
Yeah. I think there's
one.
Are
they more resilient?
I don't know what it is. I think they might be around it so much in black neighborhoods that they're like, I'm not taking that shit to school.
Yeah. But black on black crime is
only 3% of school shooters were white. Wait, what?
Worldwide.
What the fuck does that say?
Black America, 13%.
Is it 13%? Am I completely wrong? What the fuck is this? In 2022, the majority, 50% committed by black demographic. Okay, I was wrong. So only 3% were committed by whites?
That's not mass shootings. That's school shootings.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Is that mass shootings?
Oh, okay.
Maybe they are a lot.
I'm sorry, whites.
You are not the good. Oh, classic.
My bad, guys.
We also went to the F1, Formula One, Silverstone.
In Monaco?
Silverstone.
Where's that?
England, UK.
England, right.
Which was fucking awesome. But
who won?
Lando Norris. Piastri should have won. He got a bad.
Is that Ferrari?
McLaren. So the Aussie Piastri, he should have won. He was up by 9 seconds, got a bad penalty, 10-second penalty for a shit reason. But he's also winning the world championship. So we should have the first Australian world champion for a while this year. I would expect he's that good. But that was fucking incredible. My first ever time going to the F1. And Barcelona was great. Girona was a surprising spot in Spain where I didn't realise this. And this is when you know you're meant to be somewhere. We didn't picked Girona. We were going to Barcelona and we needed somewhere to hang for 2 or 3 days before. And we didn't want to go to Amsterdam. We didn't want to drink. We wanted to just chill. So we looked up places to go, and Girona was one of them, one of the top 5 that they recommended. So we went there, and it turns out this place ends up being the last sort of stronghold of the Catalonian sort of empire, in which the Pope went and, back in the Spanish Inquisition, went and just destroyed or killed all of the people who worship Jesus but in the wrong way. So Jesus there was sort of worshipped as this divine sort of person who had stumbled almost across, or not stumbled across, but had the divine knowledge that everyone could attain enlightenment through their own sort of worship of God through themselves. And the Pope said, no, you have to seek God through the church, which is as soon as you start killing a lot of people what did I say at the start of the podcast? As soon as you start censoring people and destroying the other realities, then I think they're always the bad guys. But I had recently been delving into this idea, like the ideas of Gnosticism and the Knights Templar and the secrets that they held, and basically that was it. That he was a man who found the way to God through self and through things like meditation and those sorts of ideas. And it's a very interesting topic if you go deep into the idea of Gnosticism. And I had been looking into it, and we just happened to randomly be in what Israel called the child of Israel, and the birthplace of Gnosticism, or the last stronghold. And I was like, and so anyway, our housekeeper, I guess what they would call her, a housekeeper or whoever was looking after us, we just said, where should we go? Where should we go look? What site should we go see? And she just gave me a whole fucking history lesson on Gnosticism and Jesus. And I was like, fuck, okay. So we went around and looked, and you could see the way that they showcased Jesus as this person of knowledge, as opposed to the church showing him as this crucifixed version of himself. And so now I'm diving deep into that. So in probably a month or so, I'm going to do a big episode just on the Spanish Inquisition and the I guess the eradication of that idea of Gnosticism, because I didn't choose to go there by accident. I think that sort of stuff comes up and prompts you do some more digging.
Consequence.
Because I could have chosen anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Literally could have chosen anywhere.
I have a friend who is a theologian.
Oh, okay, cool.
And goes deep into Gnosticism if you want his contact.
Yeah.
He's been on the podcast many times. Yeah. Remember Malik? Yeah, he's a lecturer. Mm-hmm. Deep dive with him.
Send him our way, yeah.
Yeah. He's fucking epic.
I also want to,
philosopher as well.
Yeah, so this is why I'm keen on having people I disagree with on, because if I start going down that path, then you'll get real strong Catholics, and so I want to get some strongly held belief, or some people who are Catholics who have those beliefs, and they can tell me what's going on with that as well, because I don't know. I'm a fucking comedian podcaster. I don't know everything. I like to question, and then you can teach me. Yeah. And so just because I'll go deep into that rabbit hole, I'm willing to have the other side in, which is what I've been doing lately anyway. Having Jack Higgs on, getting attacked.
Tell me about that.
Oh, yeah, well, it was interesting chat.
I feel like I watched that episode.
He's nice. I got along with him.
Nice guy.
But
I don't know if it's the lack of vitamin B12, but it seems like he's just a little pissed off with the world.
Yeah, well, she's like Tash, his girlfriend, is obviously worse, and we've had her on the podcast as well. And I don't know,
because they're bankrupt, right?
Yes, yeah.
They're both bankrupt because of the court case that they lost against. It was at the Fire Restaurant.
Fire Restaurant, yeah.
Have you had him on?
No, I remember early on when that was all going down. I messaged him saying, come on, have a chat about it.
And he was keen.
It was very nice, and he just said, I want to get this to the biggest possible audience. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. All good, no stress. Yeah. Go to Channel 7 or whoever he went to. Yeah. Tash, we had on in person, really nice. Jack, in person, really nice. And to be fair, Jack hasn't given me any grief online either. But Tash knew that I was getting him on as a vegan, me being a meat eater. And the whole concept of the episode was to have two people who disagree having a chat. And I thought I was very respectful and I didn't interrupt. And I really didn't even push back on some things I really wanted to push back on, because I feel like it just turns into a circle of just stupidity when you're doing that. Yeah. So
clashing idealisms.
Yeah, people aren't going to move and whatnot. So I was just trying to hear his thoughts and side of things.
And you're not going to convince him.
Never. So I thought it was just a really good chat. And then, after that, like, I put one post out, and then Tash is calling me an animal abuser, and all the vegans are coming on after me, and I'm like, I did not have to host this fucking chat, you cunts. Like, fuck off. Like, I do not need this. I was trying to voice your opinion, trying to provide a platform for two people to bridge the divide and not argue and not be dicks to each other. And you're going to treat me like that. That's not saying all vegans are like that, because I got some friends who are vegans who are very very softly spoken, not outspoken about it, and
always
just be
tired.
Like, yeah. But they're always just like, they've got their opinions and they're like, this is mine. And like, I don't force it on you.
Yeah,
all good. Whatever the scenario, it ended up being a situation where they just all came at me for.
How do you handle public pushback like that?
Most of the time,
yeah,
nothing. I just don't care.
Okay,
most of the time,
right.
But they were pissing me off because I was like, I've tried my best. I could have been a dick in the podcast, and I could have been name calling in the comments. I was trying to be as least divisive as possible, and and it just shows the maturity of them. And that, again, not painting the whole vegan community in that, but these ones who were coming after me. And then he posted his own clips of it, tags me in it, so I see all the tags and I see all the comments, and they're like, "Oh, this host, he's so smug being a meat eater," and I'm like, I definitely was not smug being a meat eater. We have a fucking cowskin rug on the floor in our studio. I even premised and prepped him, and I said, "Mate, I know you're a vegan. I'm just letting you know we got cowskin rugs." I was just trying to be kind, man. I was trying to be the
what
best.
What did he say?
He was like, "Cool, thanks for telling me. All good. It is what it is." Like, but the fact that I'd even fucking warn him, that's a kind thing to do. And these fucking cunts were coming after me. Fuck you, you fucking pale bellends.
Yeah, like, that's not good.
Did my head in. And I like to be kind to everyone, and it really pisses me off that I got angry.
Of course.
I let them upset my zen for probably a good 6 hours, which I shouldn't have.
Right.
Generally, though, I don't care.
Yeah. It's a good move.
It was just more the fact that I had tried to do this to bridge the divide, not to create more division.
Yeah. I think some people just, like I said earlier on in the podcast, they're just in tribes, and they just want their echo chamber because it makes them feel valid. It makes them feel like they're doing something worthy of a cause, that their attention actually is focused on something that gives them some sort of value.
Well, don't you think, like, for example, the thing that really spiked their aggression was the fact that I said, well, family farms are obviously what we want to be protecting over. Yeah,
and he was like, they die anyway. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, well, and
they're raping them?
Yeah, and the point was, you're not stopping
because you brought up your family farms.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, it's more so that you're not stopping this trade happening. Like the demand for meat is always going to be there, whether they like that or not. It's going to be there, and if they decide to target family farms and start to put them out of business, and some of these family-run businesses and restaurants, if they start to put them out of business, that demand is still there. Yeah. That void is going to be filled by factory farms and big corporations who are not going to treat their animals so kindly. You might argue that they're both going to die at the end. Fucking yeah. That is a very separate topic. The empathy and the I guess the ethical choices we make in regards to having animals. That's not the conversation I was having on that specific part of the chat. I was saying, if you're going to have a lifespan of 3-4 years, wouldn't you want that 3 or 4 years to be on a family-run farm where they get free-range grazing?
I agree.
And they're treated well, and then yes, they die. That's your argument. They die. Yeah, cool. But I'm telling you, if you keep putting these family farms and these local businesses out, it's just going to be all a life of misery, and then they die.
The problem that I had with him, his argument was ethics. He kept bringing up ethical way to kill something. Is there an ethical way to kill something? Is it a humane thing to do? Now, is it ethical to make money from OnlyFans, however they make their money, and go on these protests, drive a car that destroys the environment to get there, other than you could spend your money on buying land, buying the cows and the sheep from the abattoirs, putting them on that land, and just being like, this is how it's going to be. But they don't do that. They want to self-aggrandize themselves into this, like, almost like a cult figure, almost like some sort of like, hey, like, I have the grand knowledge that we're all going to be ethically okay if we just all live on plants. People don't work that way. You know, like there's some people that have allergies to peanuts. There's some people that have allergies to oranges. You know, like most people in the world can eat meat. I know this is a crazy thing to say, but it is true. There's only one. There's the Lone Star tick, and it can give you some sort of Lyme disease that makes you allergic to meat. That's the only inherent case of being anaphylactic to amino acids from animal products. That's the only case.
We've not evolved to be vegetarian or largely vegetarian or vegan.
Which is like, what are you fucking talking about?
But also the analogies.
But he's vegetarian.
I was vegetarian for 6 years.
I was vegan for 6 months.
I was vegan for 6 months as well. And look, to be fair, I liked it. I didn't mind certain aspects.
The first 2 weeks when I was eating really clean.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
I was shitting great.
So the point ended up being was I guess the issue that I had was this deflection from the factory farms and basically saying there's only one answer: they're going to die no matter what. Which the ethical thing is a question that you can have these sorts of these conversations about. But I guess at the end, he kept on using analogies that were changing humans and comparing it to humans.
Animals.
And I didn't like that because it's not realistic, because it's not real.
Yeah, he kept finding the junction of them being sentient and us being sentient and it being the same thing.
Yes.
And in a paradigm shift, maybe that's real to him. Maybe that's real to him. Would he have sex with a cow if he's having sex with a human? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you want to really make it an analogy, you don't want to eat them. Would you fuck them?
Yeah.
You know, like, well, then they're not the same.
Well, I guess you could turn that question around, couldn't you? You could say, well, yeah, okay, well, I'll use an analogy. If if you can have sex with the cow, does that? Yeah, that's actually a good response back to that analogy that he would use.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like that. What are we talking about here? Like, to say that we're the same thing.
Yeah,
that's interspecies erotica. Would you fuck a plant? Like, what do you? I don't understand. It's ridiculous.
But that would be abuse.
Yeah, no, those poor plants.
But also, like, there's a part of me that's still like, no, because I empathize with their cause, like the ethical treatment of animals, and we don't want to see the way that they're treated at all. It's fucking disgraceful and disgusting. To
be honest, if I was to say, would you fuck a cow? They would come back and say, you're raping the cow by artificial insemination.
Yeah.
You know, like, anyway, they would always find a way to rope you back into that. And that's what I have the problems with echo chambers.
Well,
because the amount of belief that it takes for you to completely solidify yourself into a realm of just, this is the knowledge that I have, this is what I'm going to push for the rest of my life. Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
What if you get some sort of toxification or oxidization of your kidneys through kidney stones and stuff? Yeah. That comes from eating plants. Like Dr. Anthony Chaffee talks about this. You've had him on, I've had him on.
Yeah.
He wholeheartedly believes that, like, those chemical warfare that the
defense chemicals
are giving humans, that's a thing. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. I don't fucking know. But I know what I feel, and that's healthy when I'm eating clean, and eating meat.
Yeah. I think the issue...
He doesn't feel that way.
He doesn't feel the what?
You feel cleaner eating vegetables, right?
Yeah, 100%. I've been vegetarian for a while. And I mean, look, as a vegetarian, you need to keep up on your B12 and your zinc.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. But it's just about having like a varied diet and making sure you get all your proteins, all your fats, all your carbs.
Yeah.
It's difficult to have a well-functioning vegetarian vegan diet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, and then I ended up saying to him, I was like, and he said as well, he's like, we're not talking about what's the best because the issue is you can. And I'm like, yeah, you can. I can be a very healthy, beautiful vegan or vegetarian. I can do that definitely. I think a lot of people fall in the trap of being the unhealthy version people fall in the trap of being the unhealthy version of meat eaters as well. So this isn't just a thing. They fall for convenience. Yes. And they start to get all the fast foods and whatnot. So as long as you're making the right choices, I had a vegetarian. Actually, no, I didn't have the vegetarian. I was going to, but I'm definitely going back to the vegetarian when it comes to Indian. Indian vegetarian food is the fucking best, man.
Oh my god!
I had a chicken tikka masala the other day, but I used to have the vegetarian one with goat's cheese and whatnot in there, and it's just fucking incredible, man. Nice. And I didn't realize because I haven't had it for quite a while. The vegetarian, and I had the chicken version. I was like, this isn't as good. It's just not as good, and it's because it doesn't have the cheese and stuff in there.
There's some cultures that have just nailed that type of food in vegetables.
Well, I think isn't India largely vegan and vegetarian?
Yeah. Well, they don't eat cows, right?
Yeah.
So, the weird thing that he brought up though is the difference between plant-based and vegan. Like, if you were to say that you're a vegan, then you must be under protest of meat eaters.
Yeah.
That was weird to me because like he didn't say that with his words, but that's what you said.
Oh yeah, he was saying you can't have anything. Like, what does that mean? My phone's got silicon? Is that like I don't know? I have no idea what's animal products.
Silicon is a plant, but
okay. So what is what's the like? I'm sure there's things
there's glues for sure that probably come from horses and
yeah. There you go, perfect. So like, does that mean you can't have that? Does that mean I don't know? Like, you'd have to look into every fucking thing if you're vegan because vegan isn't food choices. Vegan is the lifestyle of nothing that's animal.
If we go interplanetary,
animal products.
If we go interplanetary, will vegans exist, or would you trust the soil of another planet to grow healthy vegetables?
I don't know.
Or would you take that? Would you just go meat eater because we can bring the cows with us? You know, like
I think I would definitely entertain the idea of going vegan again for another 6 months.
You would?
Yeah.
Was that like don't wear any wool?
Oh, sorry. I should say plant-based. Plant-based, yeah. Vegetarian. I loved vegetarian food. It's fucking awesome. I find it...
Coconut curries and stuff.
Look, I'm probably too lazy. There's probably a laziness in regard... It's easy
How good is fucking hummus?
Yeah, it's good. I love
hummus, bro.
I think it's easier to be healthy eating meat. Easier. It doesn't mean it's better, but it's easier. Because you can just get a steak.
More simple.
Yeah. You can get some broccoli, some mushrooms, maybe an egg. How fucking good is that? I'm going to chuck some garlic on and whatnot. And that's laziness. That's what that is. That's like, that's easier.
I was there for the vegan versus carnivore debate. I was one of the moderators.
Oh, yeah.
And...
What did they go off? What were they basing it off? Ethics or?
The vegans were trying to base it off ethics because that's their only fucking argument.
That is their only argument. And there's an argument there.
But carnivores were basing it off of health and ethics as well.
And environment as well?
Literally every fucking part of like whether it be because Dr. Anthony Chaffee, he eats from Stockman steaks when he's in Australia. And he finds other regenerative farms when he's over in Seattle and shit like that.
Yeah, he's stuck there at the moment, I think.
Yeah, because of his dad. His dad, hope he's fine.
Yes.
And they were basically just saying like, when they're saying, oh, it takes this much water to kill, to grow a cow and then kill the cow. And Chafee was like, the water doesn't leave the fucking planet. What the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, holy shit. Like he was just dominating them on everything. And if they were talking about ethics, and he's like, the amount of nitrogen that these single crop agriculture crops, they pull out of the ground, like they're desertizing huge portions of land. And then you look at like regenerative farms and they have the richest, most dense nutrient soil ever. So it's like, well, it's a fucking lose-lose.
Yeah.
But then you have these giant, like you were talking on your podcast, you have these giant, massive abattoirs that are just running through all these cows and sheep really quickly, and you're just having this like
living in horrific conditions.
It's gross.
Yeah,
it's gross.
And so it's a bad quality meat.
Yeah.
It's terrible living condition for the animal, which no one wants.
And they give them like antibiotics because they get infections due to lack of nutrients and because they're not grazing.
If you're eating all that and your mince and your burgers from Macca's, or
is that
all
even
that, like, I don't think you could argue with a vegan. Like you probably shouldn't. Maybe when it comes to health, like be the standard if you're going to make an argument, sort of thing. But
or have better knowledge and understanding of where you get your meat from. That's the opposing side.
So upset the other day when I said this on the pod with Jack, and I was driving home from work and I just seen the line, picking up my daughter from school, driving past a McDonald's, and I see the line in the drive-thru, and it's like that every day, and it's just like, where are we at in society? You know when I got McDonald's in the UK one morning, woke up really early, we had a flight, and we wanted a bite to eat before, so we got a brekkie wrap. And I was like, that's the first time I've had McDonald's in like a year and a half. And I reckon the time before that, I was blind drunk. And because that's the only reason I'd want to eat that shit. I can't remember the last time I got McDonald's for my daughter, which I definitely would have fallen in the trap of like, let's get an egg bacon McMuffin.
Of course.
Would have been a few years since I've gotten my daughter McDonald's. I can't remember the last time I got a takeaway. Of course we get like a fish and chips night, or we'll go get Thai food one night or something like that for my daughter. But I can't remember the last time I did that either. And I just don't think I get we're all busy and shit, but why the fuck would you give them McDonald's? Like, where is that? Like, I've fallen into that trap, and you see it and you're like, holy shit, like I've just gone through Macca's 3 times this week and given my daughter a bacon and egg McMuffin 3 times. What the fuck? Like, why didn't I just quickly whip her up some yogurt back at home, or
granola or some shit?
If she wants a bacon and egg wrap, make it yourself. Like, it takes 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, don't be fucking lazy.
Yeah.
So, I get really upset when I see McDonald's lines now. Also, judgment of my old self.
Yeah, well, it's you judge off your failures, and if you see other people making those same failures and then not recognizing it, makes you kind of think more about what the fuck is going on in society.
I feel like the cheapest diet on the planet, I think, is vegan. And
for sure.
If you're not buying,
like Spud Shed, you could eat for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, if you're not buying the pre-made, like I used to do a fucking week shop for like $80.
Yeah.
Like, and I'd have a fucking like a ton of veggies.
Yeah.
And like my pastas would be like spiralized zucchinis and carrots and whatnot, and then make up a nice tomato pasta and whatever. That was fuck all to cook. As soon as I added meat in, or any other, even when I was vegetarian, if you add in like the pre-made stuff or your processed foods or your tempeh and stuff like that, once you start adding that in, it does creep it up. If you literally just went all vegetables and potatoes and
even pasta's cheap as shit.
Yeah, fuck. It's like, well, you can have pasta. I just don't want to have too much of it while I'm fucking.
Do you load up on pasta before runs though?
No. Look, I'm not proper. I don't do any prep, man.
What was the longest run that you've done?
100.
It's pretty fucking proper. Pretty fucking
102
proper.
Is the longest, but I never
102
prep.
kilometers.
Yeah, but I do the 80 quite a bit, and I find that quite a lot harder down at Margaret River.
About?
So the 80 kilometer down at Margaret River is fucked because it's just soft sand, it's hills, it's rocks, it's beach, it's rank, and that's harder than the 102 I did. But
102 is 2 marathons, right?
I think it's maybe
more.
Yeah, well,
it's 40 Ks a marathon,
42.1 or something.
So you're doing more than 2 marathons in one day.
Yes,
that is. How do you feel after that?
First one terrible for 3 months.
Really?
Because I didn't prep. I just rocked up. Second one, I prepped a little, but not enough. But a lot better. The next day, on a bad one, you can't step down a curb. Like, you cannot. Like, your legs want to buckle. It hurts so
Lactic
much.
acid buildup.
First one I ever did, I had to pick my legs up to get into a car. Like, physically pull them up. It's fucked, man.
That's horrible.
But the difference between training, and I didn't train properly. My training is me going for a run. Okay, well, I'll run a bit more than I normally do.
You kind of can train.
Yeah,
right?
but there's proper training. There's weights programs, and there's loading of your running, and okay, you're going to peak 3 weeks before. And I get those simple concepts, and then the last 2 or 3 weeks you sort of bring it down so you're nice and fresh before you run and whatnot. But the longest I've ever run in a week is 50 Ks.
Before?
Ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So even before, I think.
I mean, before the actual run itself.
Yeah.
Ever before.
Yeah.
50 Ks.
In a week.
In a whole week.
Yeah. And then the run, you run like 80 in a day or 100 in a day.
How does it feel like the last kilometer? Are you not even thinking about your body?
Again, first one's fucked. You can't even. You're sitting there going, it's only a K. Just run the last kilometer, and you can't. Can't even summon up the mental strength to do it. Whoa. You just keep on stopping. But also, again, didn't prep. Second or third.
Walking at this point?
Walking, running, whatever you got to do, right. I guess. I remember at the end of the 100, we were actually we were finishing at Trigg Beach, and we were probably, the car park? Do you know Trigg Beach?
Of course.
Well, so there's the big car park there, and then you got the Trigg Island Cafe.
Yeah.
And on the other side, you got the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that bows in.
Yeah. Well, so we were running from that car park down to there. What's that? Maybe 250 meters?
Yeah, something like that.
Would have walked 3 times in that period. Couldn't even run 250 meters.
Whoa.
So you run for 50 and then walk for 20 meters and then run for another 70 meters and then walk for 20. Just couldn't do it. It was just fucked. But then, when you add the training in, and so last year's one, I trained pretty well. And again, when I say trained, I just ran a lot. I didn't do proper training like someone else would. And I got through that in my first time I did it was just under 14 hours. This one I did 10 and a half hours.
Oh, wow.
And the only reason I didn't, it's 10 hours, 15 minutes. And I wanted to break 10 hours. 10 hours is the magic mark in that run. Mm-hmm. And if you can get under 10, you're doing pretty good. And you get a special medal and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I tore my calf the week of the run. So I just did nothing for the last week before that run. And then about 40 Ks in, I tore it again. So I had to run the last 40 Ks with a torn calf. So it really slowed me down. But you can sort of just waddle at that pace.
Was it your media?
I can't recall. But I just remember
Was it a full tear?
You sort of shuffle. No. It would have been a real minor strain sort of thing. Right, but enough where you can't run, but I could shuffle.
Yeah.
And you're running so slowly anyway. So I just sort of shuffled that 40K. So it really did slow me down. But this one I got, the most recent one was I did 9.5 hours or something.
Whoa,
broke the 10 hours. I finished 2 minutes within what I'd planned. I had a plan and everything like that. Again, didn't train properly. I just ran. So I've told Corey Green from Athletic Institute, give me a proper training program. And let's
They're
see
in West Perth, right?
No, he's in Wangara.
Wangara, okay, right.
He used to coach West Perth, do their West Perth Footy Club. But he's going to give me a program and maybe I'll do my first ever ultra properly trained.
Right.
Because,
do you have sights on running American tracks?
Yeah, definitely.
Like the Moab and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Multi-day events scare me.
That's 500 kilometers.
Yeah, because your toes are fucked after.
Yeah, right.
So even my toes now, they're all growing back. But I lost 7 toenails in the last run I did. So,
can you mitigate that? You can't wear looser shoes, can you?
I think it would make it worse because more rubbing.
Oh, yeah, right.
I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't hurt.
I wonder if
you don't notice it.
If you could make like a rubber kind of insert
maybe
that you could put over your toes first and then put them into the shoe.
I just have too long between runs because it's not like I'm not a runner who goes and does 7 of them a year and or 10 or 15 of them a year and it's my thing. It's just like once or twice a year I'll do them. So it'd be like 6 to 9 months between runs. So my toes are not used to it. They're not calloused and hardened for it. But
gross.
Yeah, it's fucking rank. But it doesn't hurt at all. You don't notice. It looks way worse. When what hurts is when their pressure is under there,
right?
And they're not
You got to put a pin in it.
Yeah. But I just do that first day. Like if there's a blister, put it in and it just sort of seeps out. It doesn't hurt putting the pin in there, and then all the pressure's gone.
Yeah, because it's separated from the nerves.
Yeah, so then it just takes usually 1 to 3 weeks for them to sort of...
The flap goes down.
Yeah. What's worse? The worst. This is what hurts. When they're not quite ready to come off. So when they're ready to take off, they just go and they pull off. It's great. It's a good feeling. When they're not ready and you get into bed and you just the bed sheets and they go, fuck. And they catch, man. It's fucked. That's pain, man.
That's the worst.
That's the pain.
That's so disgusting.
But I don't know. I think it's like anything, man. You train, prep. I don't find it. I'm never going to say I find an ultra easy anymore. But in comparison to the first one, it's easy.
Yeah, right.
It's easy now because it's just it's just prep, man.
Hectic. Have you ever seen the Joe Rogan thing? Your life is a movie.
Oh yeah. And you've got to be the writer of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the same as what I was talking about before. Be do have. You're the writer.
Yeah. Since you were talking about that, it's been in the back of my head. I needed to bring it up. Can we listen to that? Can you chuck that on? Joe Rogan, Your Life is a Movie. It's very important that you have this mindset. Like, I haven't known you my whole life, but I've known you like the last few years. And when I first met you, what were we doing?
I don't know, man.
Was it the podcast?
Yeah, probably.
But I'd talked to you a bunch before that.
Yeah, probably. Sure, yeah.
And yeah, it kind of seems like you've done all this crazy shit. You've got your podcast to where it is now, and you're doing the fucking ultras, and you always have this reflective nature to you. Yeah, it's fucking cool, man. It's really, really cool. Like I used to be that way I was a fucking mad hippie. You ever been to Beyond Rest?
No.
This flotation place.
Oh yeah.
So I used to work there.
Oh, sick.
And I would talk to all these people and I was like, man, am I a fucking hippie?
Yeah.
But I really miss that part of myself. And you remind me a lot of myself back then.
Yeah.
Just constantly trying to figure yourself out. And
and also, like you're trying to figure yourself out. You're trying to, there is self-development, but also stop. It doesn't matter as well.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like it. It's part of my fun now to I'm trying to improve myself.
Yeah.
I thought it was on a way to a journey somewhere. It was like, when I get to this point, I've made it and I'm happy. Right. Until now it's just like, that self-development side of things is just a part of me that I enjoy. It's not
the whole thing.
Not trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's not important either.
Yeah. It's really not.
But it is.
But it is. Like this morning when I was leaving to come to the studio, my missus was saying goodbye with the baby. Mm-hmm. And he put his hands out like this as I'm driving away. And I look back and I was just like, that's it right there. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
That's exactly. It's the presentness and the relationships you have with the people around you.
Yeah.
I'm finding nothing matters. Me and my partner, we have a little saying, everything is nothing and nothing is everything. And we had this realization once when we were thinking about the universe and how big it is and how unimportant we are. Yet to us, that is everything. But it's really nothing. To this one little tiny point of perspective that we have here, experiencing the universe from our point of view, that is everything. But in the grand scheme of things, it is nothing. So it is it's to a point, everything is important and everything's not. So just enjoy it.
Well said. We'll watch this and then wrap this shit up. Sound good?
Sounds lovely.
The fuck is this?
Oh, that's Chris Williamson. He's
How to Get Addicted to Hard Work. That's what was just on. There you go. That's it.
Your Life is a Movie.
I think it's just loading. You can see at the top.
Be the hero of your own movie. If your life was a movie and it started now, forget about whatever financial disasters you've had, personal failures, relationship failures. What would the hero of your life's movie do right now? Do that. Do those things. We define ourselves far too often by our past failures. We look at our past and we say, well, that's me. That's not you. You are this person right now. You're the person who's learned from those failures, and you can choose to be the hero of your own movie right now. Write down your goals. Write down things you want to improve. Write down things you won't tolerate from yourself. Write down things that you've done in the past that you never want to see yourself do again. And go forth from here as the hero of your own movie. Build momentum. Build confidence and momentum with each good decision that you make from here on out. You can do it. Anyone can do it. We live in unique times. We live in one of the rarest times in human history where you can choose almost all of the input that comes your way. Whether it's the movies that you watch, the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, you can choose to be inspired. Do that. Do that and be the hero of your own movie.
Jesus. How good is that, man?
Well, that is exactly what I was getting at the whole time, really, is just make the choices and the decisions that align with the person you want to be.
Mm.
Whether you can be a slob.
Yeah.
You can be a lazy fuck. If that's what you want, I don't care.
Yeah.
But if you want something different, want something bigger, want something better, what is that person? What is their decision that they're going to make? I don't know what that person is for you or for me or for anyone else, but trying to figure that out, writing down who you don't want to be, that's a great start.
Yeah. Well said. Be better, do better, have better.
You say do better.
Do it.
I feel like you're the woke left.
Do it, motherfucker.
Do better.
Do better. Do better. Cameron Branch, thank you very much.
Thanks, Elson.